Paul Malsom Organisation. Thank you very much for coming down. Great sounds. Really, really nice. Could you just give us a little bit of information about you guys?
About us individually or the band?
Could be both. Entirely.
Oh, crikey. Well, I'm a guitar player that's been doing a variety of things, gigging, living generally in Kent for the last years. And I do a lot of solo duo type things because these days, money is a consideration. And this is kind of the first time in a while that I've had my own little project. So, hoping to get it out in amongst the, the Kent music scene. I'll let the other guys talk about this.
Sure, go for it.
Rob.
Well, thanks very much. Well, I'm the bass player, obviously. Known Paul for a few years now, and obviously really mainly joined this band because I like the name and I like being organised. You cut that was awful.
Oh no, that's staying in. That is 100% staying in.
I'm James, and Paul and I met. I think it was earlier this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, recently-ish.
We did a gig at the on the Pantiles. That is where we met, I think.
Quite possibly.
And Paul and I sort of share a passion for jazz and funk. Paul asked me whether I'd like to come and play drums, and yeah, I'm loving it. It's great, and I'm looking forward to the future gigs we've got together. Eugene?
Stop. Hold. Take two.
I know Rob from for a few years, and he asked me along to play and gig with Paul and James at the Pantiles, and that was really good fun. Love jazz, love funk, and the world always needs more more organ.
I agree, 100%. I agree. So you're all Kent-based musicians. What do you think about the Kent music scene at the moment? Because obviously, COVID obviously caused a lot of changes, a lot of differences. Do you think it's come back, and do you think it's better, or do you think there's any differences that you want to talk about?
Well, it does need a quartet playing sort of jazzy, funky, instrumental type retro material.
It's funny you should mention that.
Yeah, no, I think it definitely does. But I think it is starting to come back. I'm just going to let others talk about it. You guys are fairly... Yeah, no, I mean, you guys are fairly regular gigging with your projects.
Yeah, I mean, since COVID, I've had a busier time. I mean, I'm not a full-time musician, but I've had a busier time than I've ever had. Whether that reflects the bigger picture, I don't know. But to me, it seems pretty healthy. I mean, money's another issue, but yeah, I mean, people love live music, I think, and there's a lot of demand still. I think it's just finding the right places and decent places to play, decent people to play for.
Agreed. It's quite hard finding the balance.
Yeah.
Like, just especially if you're not a full-time musician, if you're trying to balance a full-time job as well on top. A lot of people don't seem to see the amount of time and effort that goes into preparing a set, especially if you're playing music like you guys are doing. There are intricate changes, you've got lots of other things to be thinking about, especially if you start doing odd time. People don't see that side. Yeah, it's really, really tricky sometimes. What is the future looking like for you guys? You got any plans?
Personally or band-wise?
Band. You can talk about yourself as much as you like if you want to.
Well, obviously, I would like to get this project going. As I said earlier, I've done a lot of stuff where it's kind of could be in the category of, playing function or background music. Not that I have any problem with that at all, but I would like to focus on, getting something like this out. What did you say, Eugene, earlier about these are the sort of tunes that were in between sets when...
Yeah, I mean, these are songs that we love, but it's not that mainstream, I guess, for the pop scene or for the rock scene, and we all can play all the other songs, the other tunes, and the various cover bands that we play. But these are, I guess, kind of like the songs that you play in between songs during rehearsals when you're just jamming and grooving, and actually get a lot of fun out of it. And so I think no better combination than to take all the best bits and string them together, and play lovely tunes and watch people have a good time.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's a good. It's a good point.
Yeah, I agree. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Much appreciated. And we'd love to have you guys back at some point.
Thanks very much.
No worries.
Thank you very
Cheers.
much.
No
Thank
worries.
you.